Why is it that us as a people, especially us as men, why is it that we feel so ashamed at times to show a bit of emotion, or at least the most of emotion? Why is it that sometimes we feel too inclined to not show that? We refuse to let ourselves cry. We think that it is a sign of weakness for whatever reason. And I can understand where these perspectives are coming from and these people that are so-called alpha males or however you want to see them. They're all hiding behind insecurities with a false perception of themselves being the display of themselves, quote unquote themselves. They're all hiding behind some type of mask, as so are we, as we are. So I'm not here to point fingers and judge anybody else for the things that they're doing or the things that they're saying, but more so putting light towards ourselves, yourself. Because we all struggle with this, man, woman, whoever. Us as human beings, we all struggle with emotions and displaying them in that sense. And this is coming from personal experience. A couple of days ago, I was in a situation where I wanted to hold on to that emotion I was experiencing, you know, anger. I wanted to hold on to that anger. I didn't want to let it go. I did not want to let my anger go. I wanted to be angry. I wanted to think that I was right. I wanted to think that I was right. I wanted to be angry at something. I wanted to give it reason. I wanted to give it understanding. But in reality, in that, in that tribulation of my time or of my life, I was coming to the understanding of, why am I mad? I had my ego this high. My ego fully consumed me in that idea of, you're right. You should be mad. You shouldn't forgive. You shouldn't try to find reason. You should just completely stay mad. And in that time, I just wanted to be alone. So I sat with myself, and in sitting with myself, I was, I guess, talking with myself or talking out loud. There's a plane going by. I don't know if you can hear it, but hopefully not. But as I'm doing this, I find that I'm beginning to speak less and just listen to myself. And not only listen to myself, but listen to just the white noise of everything. Listen to the silence of life. I began to get consumed by it. And the more I was, speaking, the less, sorry, the more I was speaking, the more I was hearing, if that makes sense. Or the less I was speaking, the more I was hearing. I don't know, whatever. But yeah, I was consumed by the silence. And in that silence, I became at peace with myself. It's kind of like my ego was dissolved. That ego that I had that overcame me, that was just, telling me, no, 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 stay angry, stay angry, stay angry. That ego just kind of disappeared. And I'm not saying this as a thing, before I continue, understand that this is not something that is easy, because it took a lot of strength for me to do this. It takes a lot of strength for you to go against yourself, quote unquote yourself. You're not angry most of the time. You're either sad, disappointed, embarrassed, or ashamed within yourself. That anger is just a mask. That anger is a mask of those emotions. So it's hard for us to accept those feelings that we have within ourselves. It's hard, and it can be hard, especially with seeing how the world, not the world, sorry, but the people that have a voice in this world, especially in the online sphere, always say that as a man, you should not display any signs of emotion because it is a sign of weakness, which is completely and utterly false. How is it that us as a human being aren't even allowed to display our emotions? How is that even, to me, that doesn't make any sense, and it is the furthest thing from the truth. And I really feel bad for the people that are being affected by these messages and these so-called alpha males. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be alpha males, just humans in general. It's too generalized that us as, people, especially men, we shouldn't show signs of emotion, signs of quote unquote weakness. So what are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to bottle it up and cry in our silence? Are we supposed to just forget about it? No, that doesn't make any sense, because that does more damage than what you think it does. You think just because you're bottling yourself up and closing yourself in, and I'm talking from experience, you think that doing that is going to heal you. It does not heal you. You must address these emotions. You must feel these emotions. We are human beings. We are allowed to experience these emotions. We are meant to experience these emotions. We are not supposed to push this to the side. We are not. We're not, because that does way more damage than healing. And it can help when someone's there to guide you through these feelings. It helps. But if you don't have anyone there in that specific, there's another helicopter. But if you don't have somebody there with you, because we're not always going to have somebody with us, we must practice in healing ourselves. We must practice in sitting with ourselves, conversating with ourselves, understanding why we are experiencing these emotions, Sorry. I haven't been in front of a camera in months, so. But yeah, do not be misled by those who seem like they know what they're talking about. Because most of the time, everybody online is giving you a false version of themselves, an ego version of themselves. All these numbers and things can consume a person, can make them seem like their voice is more than what it actually is, when in reality, they are just echo chambers to everything that is being said online. So sit with yourself, accept yourself, and know that it is okay to experience any emotion. It is okay to experience anger. It's okay to experience sadness. It's okay to experience happiness. It's okay to experience anything. Just understand that in experiencing these things, I don't know how many times I've said that word, but in doing that, there are lessons behind that. Look at them as tests. You're experiencing this anger. Okay, understand that. Now, what can you take from this, and what can you learn from this to apply it towards your future self or towards the world? Because you don't ever want to be that person that everybody says, oh, that dude's always angry. That person's always this, always that. You don't want to be that person. You don't. And a lot of us are that person, whether we know it or not. So it's just best to just accept yourself, exist within yourself, love yourself. Know that there's nothing wrong with being yourself. If you're sad, be sad, but just learn from that sadness. Get something from that sadness, understanding, because a lot of people walk around this world without even understanding, I would say 50% of themselves. Everybody just goes on their day-to-day seeming like an autopilot, like they're in autopilot mode. And they're quick to react on whatever emotion just comes up. They don't give themselves that time to think and maybe try to understand something. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say, but I think I got everything off of my mind. Yeah, just be patient with yourself and understand yourself. Take the time to understand yourself. Don't just wake up and do the same thing constantly. There's no evolution in that as a being. There's no evolution in that as a species. So just practice and take time within yourself. Because eventually, you will master your emotions. Eventually, you will get over that hill. You'll get over all these obstacles in your way. And when you do so, you'll look back and you'll feel so much good about yourself because you've come very far. So just understand that and always know that. I guess I'll end the video there. I forgot how I close out these videos, so I'll see y'all later, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So yeah, thank you.